Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe where we help and heal one day at a time. So we're going to talk about this. Narcissist is a victim, or are they? Yeah, they are. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about. They play the victim throughout the relationship. That they're the ones that are being hurt because they do that so they don't take accountability, but they're also projecting. They are a victim in the end, and they will get their karma in some way. They've destroyed not only the lives of us, but they've destroyed their own life. They've left destruction in their entire path. They've missed out on more pleasurable times that they could have had. They had that hard time with the connection that they could have gone through life with their kind of like a disability and enjoyed it to the best that they could have. But instead, they lash out, they cut people down, they discard people so easily, hurt people to where, you know, after a while, when you get discarded so many times or you try so many times, people get fed up and we leave them. Or we heal and look back realizing that it's not worth going back, or it's like an awakening that we have, that we know not to deal with these people anymore because they do take from us. So they're projecting their end of the life scenario because even if they've moved on with a new supply, that's going to fall apart. You know, their relationship with their kids is going to fall apart. They're going to feel that they need to be catered to. They're going to irritate people. They're going to destroy even acceptable relationships with a nurse or a doctor, to where they're demanding or rude, to where people aren't going to want to help them. So they are the victim, but they caused, you know, just like if I'm smashing myself with a hammer in the head, yeah, I'm a victim, but did I have to destroy myself? I could have avoided all of that. I wouldn't have been a victim. So yeah, they play the victim throughout their life. We've all gone through things. We're all victims in some way of something that has happened to us. But we don't turn that around on other people. We express our feelings. We don't hurt on top of it. So if I'm explaining, you know, some of the things that I've gone through, I'm not doing it to hurt you. And I'll say it in a way so you understand what I'm trying to communicate with you. But the narcissist, when they play the victim, they do it to hurt you. It's a different way of communication. It's destructive instead of I guess reinforcing the story. Like, you know, this is why, you know, my brother made fun of me when I was heavier. And that's why, you know, if you could just, you know, I know now people like to have big butts or thick thighs, but that hurts me. I'm not going to play a victim onto the narcissist. I'm going to express, you know, I know it's in now. When I was growing up, you wanted the small butts, skinny legs. It's just different now. So it kind of hurts my feelings. But I'm not putting them, I'm not playing a victim. I'm saying what I need to say so you understand, because you're like, what? Like, it's great to have a big butt. And I'm like, no, I don't like it. Just because it's great doesn't mean I like it. But the narcissist, when they play the victim, they do it to manipulate. They do it to control the situation or avoid accountability. So as they go throughout life, you know, they make the other person very uncomfortable. I'd be cautious when I'm telling you that. I'm not calling you a jerk. I'm just trying to say, this is why I don't like it. And, you know, out of respect for me, could you just kind of, even if it doesn't make sense because it's popular now, just, that's just my request. So there's a boundary. Like, this is how I feel safe. Your friend would take that. But with the narcissist, there's no boundaries. They break them, you know, they can promise things and then take that away. And they'll continue doing that, whether it's with you or a new supply. It's not who is the best of the best. So if you think the new supply is better, it doesn't matter. They're going to destroy that. They're going to destroy things at work because they're going to feel entitled. They're going to be cocky or vulnerable and you know, not pleasant to be around. Things are going to change day by day. It leaves people on edge, and that's when we're on edge, we get devalued more. It's a never ending cycle. And they're going to go through people after people after people to where they missed out on hundreds or thousands of people that they could have built as, you should look back on life. And I know people die, especially the older you get, your friends are gonna, some will pass before you. But you should have like this whole arsenal of people that you built up, that should stick by you because you'd stick by them. But they have nothing. They don't have anybody in their friendship circle anymore. So yeah, they are a victim. But when they play the victim, during the relationship, um, we can't let them get away with it. That's when things, get worse. But this is where it gets tricky with narcissistic relationships. You call them out on things, and that's when, you're at risk for silent treatment, anger, rage. They don't stop and think. They don't take the time to realize what their reactions are. They do it so quickly, that it shuts down any time to process what we're trying to say to them, because they don't want to process it. They refuse to process it. Also, that brain damage kind of inhibits their ability. Just like when, we're going through everything we're going through, we get a lot of brain fog. Our brains just aren't functioning the right way because of the stressors that, this uh, whether you're still in the relationship or the end of the relationship, it gives you brain fog. So the narcissist, they're not as capable to process things, but they can still realize, they know they did something wrong. They know they should step up to the plate and be accountable, but they don't do that. So if, you don't take accountability, people aren't going to trust you. They're not going to like that you feel entitled to be destructive to us. So they're going to end up, in a not so pretty place the older they get. They don't have their looks going for them anymore. They, in retirement, who knows if they're going to have, the money that they expected. Just like medical bills, my dad's, medication is like $3,000 a month out of pocket. Did they plan for that? My dad's got like massive health issues. um, but and at one point it was $9,000 a month just for some leukemia medication. $9,000 a month. Luckily he was able to afford it. Is a narcissist. Are they going to have people to borrow money from? Resources, people who care about them, whether, the narcissist would have to sell their house to pull money, and then maybe somebody would let them live there just so they had the money from the house to pay for certain, medications or hospital stays. They're going to end up alone. Um, and we can't, if we allow them to play the victim now, they will end up that victim in the end of life, and that's a harsher victim. So playing the victim to get little things here and there, if we allow them to keep doing them the way that they do it, especially when they're not the victim, they're just going to use that as a tool, but that tool, is not glue. That tool is something like a hammer or a pitchfork or something that's just going to destroy. It's not a healthy tool to mend things and bring the, life, to a healthier, happier fruition. It's destruction. So we're helping them destroy their own lives. So please don't ever, allow them to play the victim. And take care of yourself too. Don't victimize yourself. Don't keep putting yourself into something harmful. I'm not hitting myself on the head with a hammer right now because I know it's harmful. you know don't do that with a relationship. Don't keep going back to it. Each time it gets worse, it doesn't get better. And I had made the video on, first, second, third marriages, how you would think that, okay, this time we learned. But if you look at the divorce statistics on, first marriages is like 50-ish%, then 63 or so at 74 when it's third marriages. It gets worse and worse and worse, and often the duration can be, quicker too. When you would think that it'd be the other way around. Like the second marriage is a lesson learned. We're a little bit older now. We should know better. But you know, they, especially narcissists, is they don't deal with the baggage, and that's why it's important for us too to take our time before we get into another relationship, because we got some stuff going on with us too. You don't want to be in an unsettled state to where you're going to lash out at your new partner when you don't want to, but you're just too tired because you're not sleeping the right way, or you're irritable just because it hurts. It hurts when we're going through this stuff. So wait till you're ready. Wait till you're ready. You'll also make a better decision on who your new partner will be, as opposed to just wanting to fill that void with another person, because that's kind of what the narcissistic person does. They don't want to deal with the pain. So don't fall into the same trap that the narcissist does, because that's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt the new person. It's not going to work. It's going to start off on an unstable foundation. So wait till you have that foundation. Don't start building a house on a broken foundation. Take care of the foundation, and everything on top will be stable. And that goes for relationships as well. So I just thought it was kind of like an important little thing to mention. But yeah, narcissists do play the victim, but the more we let them play the victim, it also leads to destruction on other people's lives, not only the narcissist, but the other people that come in their path. So take a stand. It's best to walk away. If you have to deal with them, don't let them play the victim. It's only going to lead to more destruction. So big hugs to you guys. I know it's a struggle, but each day you're going to have your ups and downs, but there will be a day that you're going to feel free, and a peace is it's going to be like a wave. It's going to be really kind of odd, but look forward to that day and do the best you can to make it happen. Keep learning and keep working on yourself. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.